Right. It's Saturday, the 28th of October, 2023, and I have a short update. Our sources say the Sadc summit will produce its communique on Monday, and this is a communique pertaining to Zimbabwe and the other issues that are affecting the region. But particularly this summit is meant on Zimbabwe. So we will get to know what the Sadc summit, particularly the head of state summit, would have to say about President Mnangagwa. You know, the charade in the country continues to happen. ZANU-PF continues to dig in, as we have heard from Vice President Chiwenga. They are digging in, saying that there is not going to be a government of national unity, and President Mnangagwa saying the same during their conference, which is happening in Gweru as we speak. But as we have always said, and as we have always said on this channel, that the Sadc is still seized with this issue. And so on Monday, that will be the 31st of October. You know, this meeting somehow has been kept under, more like a secret. It has been moved, pushed. But this talks to the fact that it's a very, very, if you like, a very, delicate issue in that the Sadc heads of state are trying to handle it with caution, because this has never happened, that the Sadc observer mission has come up with such a scathing report. But definitely they are going, obviously they are behind the scenes lobbying and talking and negotiation. What we may see on the outside, with some leaders seemingly hobnobbing and befriending President Mnangagwa, is not necessarily what is happening on the ground. Behind the scenes, they definitely are speaking. So what we have seen in Zimbabwe, the recalls, which are uncharacteristic, which are very weird, that someone who is not a member of a political party wakes up and writes a letter, and a whole parliament, which is an arm of government, simply accepts that and recalls members of parliament, 15 members of parliament that were elected in a general election. This is unheard of. This is weird. As much as the Zimbabwe government can try and weaponize the constitution and say it is constitutional, this is not. This is not. So the Sadc really can see through it. In fact, from harsh tones behind the scenes, we hear that even President Ramaphosa is shocked by this weird development in Zimbabwe, that members of the CCC, the major political opposition in Zimbabwe, are just recalled just like that, at the instance of a letter written rather by some uneducated, bogus imposter, and then a whole speaker of parliament then accepts it, and a whole president then gets on to to gazette dates for a by-election. This is unheard of. In fact, ZANU-PF and the leadership there has no shame at all. But our hope is that the Sadc heads of state summit, which is sitting on Monday, will come up with a long-lasting solution to this Zimbabwean crisis. This Zimbabwean crisis is deepening, and the economic situation is so sad. I traveled to Zimbabwe this past week, and in my next update, I will talk of the things that I saw, the things that I observed, that I encountered, particularly at the Beitbridge border post, and where President Mnangagwa and President Ramaphosa were opening and touting that border as one of the best ports of entry. What is happening there, particularly on the Zimbabwean side, is very sad. It's very sad, and I'll come up with an update in my next broadcast to just inform you what exactly is happening from my own observations in person right there. But for now, the update is the Sadc Extraordinary Summit of Heads of State is sitting on Monday, and they are going to bring out a communique. That's what our very reliable sources are telling us. They are going to come out with a communique that will talk to the Zimbabwe situation. Thank you very much for watching. This was, as I said, a very short brief to just update you on what is happening concerning the Zimbabwe situation. Have a very good evening. And for those of you who are rugby lovers like myself, let's all rally behind South Africa in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. I'm supporting South Africa to win this Rugby World Cup. Thank you very much.